Can you talk a little bit about the MDGs, given that they were invented at the beginning of the millennium at a time when we thought the future would be different?
Well, we did, and I think back to the millennium, and it was really quite a time of hope. We were coming out of one of those hiccups in the global economy, which really hurt some of the big emerging economies like Mexico, Korea, Brazil, and others quite hard. But coming into the new millennium, people were quite hopeful that the 21st century would be a happier one than the 20th century, which had had 2 world wars and many other terrible things happen. But actually, the 21st century hasn't got off to a great start. Witness so many things that are reported. And when I went to UNDP in 2009, it was described as a time of multiple crises in the world, and actually nothing's changed about that. But the Millennium Summit I went to as Prime Minister in September 2000, and in the declaration from the Millennium Summit were a number of things that world leaders agreed to, which became the basis of the Millennium Development Goals. And you could say they were a little bit slow to get traction, but they have got traction, and we're trying to make the most use of the 2 years that are left till the end of 2015 to support more countries to achieve more goals. But suffice to say, the poverty goal will be met. But then it's not that satisfying just to meet that goal, because the vision was to eradicate extreme poverty, but the target by 2015 was to cut the rate in half. So you're in the other half that's still sitting there on the under $1.25 a day and eating the 60-cent meal. Life ain't so good. But in areas like the health goals, and what was targeted was infant and child health, maternal mortality, and turning the tide on HIV, malaria, and other specified diseases, the main one of which was TB. The studies do suggest that the rate of reduction across that group of ill health disorders, the rate of reduction has been greater than it was pre-MDGs. So the MDGs brought focus, action, resources into some critical areas. But still, there'll be unfinished business at the end of 2015, and the international debate now is about, well, how do we deal with that, and how do we go further and faster and have a bigger vision?